Hello everyone. Hello all gentle folk, gentle beasts, and all creatures in between. I'm Traversing the Dark, and I'm very happy you've chosen to join me and Carla the Cam as we continue our Morrowind Let's Play. Now, on this episode, I'm planning to finish up Rannis Aetherius' quests.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
Once again, Rannis, as our first guild master of the Mages Guild. She sent us on quite a precarious one last time. We had to kill an old man on a bridge who had spells. We had to kill dozens of cliff racers, ransacked the tomb, got an ex-Telvanni to join us, and got some hard-earned cash from a guildmate slash ex-Mages Guild member that didn't really want to pay up. So, today, main thing is to continue Rannis' quest, and our first one is she's told us to go and tell off this Argonian who has been practicing or training people in magic without the sanction of the Mages Guild. Rannis seems to be pretty aggressive in terms of what the Mages Guild controls. The idea is that all magic use and training is sanctioned by them, so someone who's often training outside their ranks is kind of bad for Mages Guild business. And so, here we are at the Southwall Corner Club where we met Sugarlips Habassi before, and we're going to see who this lizard is. You can see again with the AI enhancement that this is still the vanilla Morrowind banner, but it pops so much more. You guys know about this lizard?
I really don't have time for this, so
say
make
something
it
or
quick.
move on.
Alright, I continue my trend of wood elves hating me. Where's this lizard? Sea of Ghosts. What is this lizard? Can you tell me? Unsanctioned training? He doesn't seem to know anything about it. What about you, Sugarlips? You're the boss of this place.
Speak now or leave now.
Wow. Unsanctioned training? Nothing? Habassi does nothing important, but she is the leader of the Thieves Guild, clearly. Let's see. Ah, I see an Argonian. Hello there. Only he stands there.
This scent is new.
Thank you, only he stands there. He's got a nice little robe. Hello, Carla the Cam. I'm only he stands there. And this is Balmora. I don't believe we've met. Is there something I can do for you? Yes, there is. Only he stands there. I love these Argonian names. You're training people, and you shouldn't. What if, hypothetically, you were returned to Ranis Aetherius and tell her that I agreed to stop any unsanctioned training? And suppose if you did that, I decided to offer training to my good friend Carla the Cam. Now, what Rannis knows doesn't hurt her, or what she doesn't know won't hurt her? I don't know. Should I agree and let him continue offering training, or should I stay in Rannis's good books? Do you know what? Carla's gonna let him, because I haven't seen many Argonians around and they get pretty hard time in Morrowind. I'm fine with this. I don't think that anyone's gonna blab. I agree. Very well, I'll offer you training after you've reported back to Ranis Aetherius. So we have a friend here who'll offer us some training and some potions, actually, because he's got a barter menu too. Oh, actually, I might buy something from this Khajiit. Chirinir. She's got probes, you see, and I'm going to be needing some of them, because I think my probes were running out, and there's no untrap spell, so we're going to need them. See you, Sugarlips.
Can a Dunbar speak? Can it make words?
I don't know why everyone here's so mean to me. Come on, guys. I just let your friend continue training.
Press your luck. You're on your honor.
Settled. Yeah, I would not be joining the Thieves Guild doing their quests. I'm not a thieving character. I'm a... Oh, it's this woman again. It's... She's the one that jump scared me in the Caius episode. Carla's the Cam's not a thief. She's a battle mage, and she likes to solve her problems up close and personal. So we will just let Rannis know that we have taken care of that business and see if there's a little reward in store for us now. Here we are. Hello, Rannis.
Flatter me with your attention out.
Yeah, he's done. Good, we can't allow just anyone to offer training in magic. She won't know a thing. The scholar Tamriel needs an escort to Pelagiad, but I want Tamriel's notes. So our next quest is an escort mission. A terminal has just arrived in Balmora and doesn't know his way around. He wants to be escorted to the halfway tavern in Pelagiad. I don't care if he makes it or not, Carl the Cam. I just want a copy of his notes. He should be waiting at the 8 Plates, which is a corner club. She really is ruthless, Rannis. This is not what you would expect from a Mages Guild member. Rannis is particularly ambitious, which is kind of more what you'd expect from a member of the Telvanni, actually. Don't know if anyone can tell me about Rannis' personality. She just tells me about it in general. Mages Guild. Professional organisation chartered by the Emperor to promote the study of arcane arts. And it's where you go to find wizards for hire. Training, goods and services are cheaper for members and the guild stewards know where to find work. If you're thinking of making wizardry your profession, you should join and work your way up in the ranks. Yeah, so she's just telling me kind of in general there what the Mages Guild is all about.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Ajira did say she didn't like Rannis much. Caius warned us about Rannis too, so there's a kind of story forming in my mind here. What I'm gonna do, just before we do this quest, is we're gonna need some healing potions, because you can see our ring there is not quite gonna take us that far. So we're gonna go to the Fighters Guild, and we're going to join them, but we're not going to do their quests.
So what's this regarding?
We are just going to be joining them with this hard-ass Nord woman here.
You're on your honor.
Idis Fire Eye. We're going to join them, say, thank you very much. Thank you, Idis. Love your hair. And we're going to join them just so we can get access, excuse you, to their chest here. And the best thing about this is you can take all this stuff and sell it. You can sell this Colovian fur helm. You can sell these potions, but I'm going to be taking them because Carla needs some restore health potions. Pure perfection. Why would you ever sell this hat? You know what? Yes. Let it be. We shall be Banana Mage of Balmora. I do like that when you take off, when you put on a hat, the veil goes away, and when you take it off, it comes back. Something I was actually gonna do is just showcase a little mod quickly before we go and help out a terminal. Plagius Clanler Outfitter. I have a mod that makes us look pretty swole as a mage. Listen to this.
Cloaks, you say? I have the best cloaks in town.
Now that's not standard Morrowind voice acting. This guy has had lines added to him by the Cloak mod, which I'll link specifically in the description here. This mod gives you access to cloaks and hoods, which you don't usually have in Morrowind, but I think look pretty cool. I feel like a mage needs a good robe, you know, a good cloak. Bye-bye. Gonna put that on. It's not really, it doesn't offer any defensive bonuses. I just like the idea of a kind of hooded battle mage character. Check that out. Pretty nice for Morrowind graphics as well, and it suits our armor perfectly. Carla's going to be wearing that for a little bit. Look at her go. She's ready. She's decked out. She's ready to be the bodyguard of a terminal. Mapping items is useful. I'm going to map my potions that I just got. Restore health. To 6 on the keyboard. Something that's just very useful about having Morrowind on PC. Don't know if anyone out there, oh, Mr. Orc, had ever played it on the OG Xbox way back when it just first came out, but I certainly did, and mapping items in Magic would have been extremely useful for me. Oh, hello, a terminal.
Something.
He's a pretty fast man. Are you here to guide me to Pelagiad? Just tell me if you want to travel together. What about your notes? It's refreshing to see a young dark elf with an interest in scholarship, but I can't give you my notes to just anyone. Perhaps after I arrive in Pelagiad. So Rannis doesn't care whether he lives or dies. But the thing about a terminal is that he's a pretty strong mage, so you don't want to just take him on. I would like you to follow me. Lead the way to the halfway tavern in Pelagiad, Carl the Cam. It's our first escort mission in Morrowind. Now, he's actually, I think, faster than we are. He's a pretty quick NPC, so we should be fine to get him to Pelagiad. Tell me if you don't want to travel there. I do. Fun fact about escort missions in Morrowind, if you don't take the escort subject to their location, they will follow you indefinitely. And they will also attack enemies on your behalf. Now that's great when you have a character who's pretty strong, pretty hardy. It's not so great when you have a character that's strong and hardy and also has nothing but area of effect damage spells. And that is a common mistake that new players make with a terminal. Getting him to Pelagiad, he's kind of his own worst enemy. And your own worst enemy as well. Because his spells are powerful and they can easily one-shot you if you're not careful. So I'm going to be staying far away from enemies, and I'm going to pay for us both to travel on the Silt Strider to Sedanin, and then we'll walk to Pelagiad. It really is the quickest way to do this. It avoids having too many enemies around for a terminal to pop off at, and therefore it avoids him killing you accidentally, which is a common mistake that is made with him. Just going to rest here for the night. We'll camp together, me and a terminal. For visibility's sake. Ah, there we go. It's a lovely Vardenfall morning. That was a nice camp, wasn't it? You want to give me your notes? Nope. Okay. Do love a Morrowind sunset. I mean, Morrowind will take you back and forth to various different locations like this. You know, you never know when the next escort mission's going to come, and you never know whether you want to complete it or not. Gonna put on my ranged fireball spell because I don't want to be near any enemies when I've got a terminal. The AI in Morrowind is quite trigger happy. One of the benefits of using Open Morrowind as an engine to run the game is that the AI is really good. If an enemy is going to attack you, your companions, like summoned creatures and people with you, will attack the enemy right away. But that's also a double-edged sword when it comes to our terminal. I'll give you an example if this guy doesn't die. Oh, he's dead. Okay, that's fine. I'm hoping we don't come across any other enemies that want to attack me, because Terminal's spells are much stronger than you might think. Have I got any ranged weapons? I don't. Okay. What I might do is switch quickly to Fireball, just to show you how beefy a Terminal's spells can be. Because this guy is no joke. Perfect. Now he's gonna start. Boom. He just gives no craps. He annihilated that guard. I feel bad. Look at his tongue lolling out. No wonder, because I got electrocuted like 5 times with one spell. A Terminal is just an absolute glass cannon. And, you know, if you want, if you get like total resistance to magicka, like early on in the game, which you can do, you can take a Terminal with you and just have him with you for the whole game. Just annihilating enemies with magic, although he is a bit of a glass cannon. But yeah, you can run up close and personal with enemies. You can have a Terminal as your artillery barrage, essentially. He's pretty powerful. But I feel like early game, this is again Rannis giving you someone and saying, you know, if you want, kill him, but at the same point, there's no way you're going to kill a Terminal early game. One shot of his magic will just completely annihilate you. This is where we need to go. Now, careful, a Terminal. There's a lot of... Why am I telling him to be careful? He's an uber powerful high elven mage.
Thank you.
No issue. Are you... Thank you for taking me to Pelagiad. You're an excellent guide. Remember when we killed that Gar? I love it. Terminal's notes. You've been very gracious to escort me to Pelagiad, and you show great promise for an evoker. I've never met anyone with such enthusiasm for my research. Take this copy of my notes as a sign of my gratitude. Want to travel together? I have no interest in seeing the rest of Vardenfell, but I appreciate your offer. Oh well. See you around the Terminal. Oh, don't levitate too much now. Okay, now, to get back to Balmora quickly, I'm gonna run over here and use Scroll of Almcivi Intervention, which will take us back to the local Balmoral Temple. I just have to make sure I position myself right, because in Pelagear it's 50-50. If you're over here, you'll be teleported to Vivek. If you're nearer Balmora, you'll be teleported there. I don't know exactly how close you have to be to a temple for the game to decide that's the temple you're going to. But I just like to play it safe and be as close as I possibly can be. So we'll go up to these mountains and then hit, basically, recall. Always reminded me, if anyone's ever played Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, you know, old hack and slash game based in the Baldur's Gate universe, there was a recall potion that you could drink that would always bring you back to like the tavern in the hub area of any level. Always reminded me of that when I played Morrowind, because I played Morrowind after I played Baldur's Gate. Am I gonna kill this scrib? Why not? Come on, little guy. There we go. And let's go back. There we go, Balmora Temple. See? And we're back where we belong. One of the great things about more view distance in Morrowind is being able to see structures that loom in the background over the land. Without the view distance, we wouldn't be able to see that. And it gives things like those ruins, it gives you a good vantage point, first of all, for like architectural and geographical locations. But also, it just makes me feel more immersed.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
Here's his notes. Good work, Carl of the Cam. You'll go far in the Mages Guild. You need to do more quests before you rank up. I believe Tashve Ashibale in Margan has been practicing necromancy. Find Tashve Ashibale in Margan and kill her. The Mages Guild cannot tolerate necromancers. Once again, Rannis shows her bloodthirsty nature. Right, Tashve lives in Margan. She's the one who's been practicing necromancy. Jeez. Alright, well, alright, Rannis. We'll see what happens, I guess. So bloodthirsty. That's why people don't like her, because she's too harsh. Rannis told me that Tashve Ashibale is a necromancer. She wants me to kill her. She lives in Margan. Now, we're not told where Margan is, so you kind of have to figure it out. But it is near another Mages Guild.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
And on the way there, I'm going to go to one of the other Mages Guilds, actually the one in Vivek, just to buy a few spells.
All right then.
A visitor.
I'm listening.
What may I do for you?
Hello there. This guy is new. He's the guy that teleports you to the Tamriel Rebuilt Mages Guild, but we can't go there yet because I'm not the correct rank. That's on the mainland, which is this huge landmass here. We're focusing in Vardenfell for now. Flassassa Flavius, the guild guide for this place. She wears what looks like a giant dead beetle or spider on a robe. I love it. Now, through here, we can speak to
Greeting.
this high elf.
What exactly do you require?
And
from me?
we can buy two extremely useful spells, Mark and Recall. Massively useful, and I recommend, even early game as a mage, coming to Sir Lonwy. Even if you're not a mage. That's why mysticism can be a useful skill to have, because Mark and Recall are your ways of being instantly teleported back to wherever you set your mark. Your anchor, essentially. I'll show you what that's like by setting a mark in Balmora.
I have a moment. What is it?
I'm going to go for a little sleep.
All right then, I'm listening.
We're going to set the mark exactly in front of Rannis. And then I'll show you exactly what happens with that later. Oh, I love that hood. I feel like a battle mage with this outfit. We're going to set the mark here. Don't mind us, Rannis.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
She's a broken record. That basically means that as soon as we're done with our necromancer quest, we can go back to Rannis and instantly are teleported back to her, which was a huge thing back in the day when Morrowind first came out. Instantaneous travel between regions wasn't a thing because exploration was key, which is something that I wish that more games acknowledged. This is the Mages Guild in Aldrun. You can see how different the architecture is. We're going to focus on finding our friend in Margan, but I'm going to read this first for a boost to my restoration skill. I'm going to get a blessing here to restore my magic. And then I'm going to continue on because Aldrun are way up here and it's a very different kind of landscape from Balmora, which we will see soon. Hello, Orange Gianton.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
He's a Nightblade, which means he uses magic and stealth. Anything you can tell me about the local area? Edwina often complains about how the Archmage of Vardenfell Trebonius doesn't really care about scholarship. True. A couple of random things. I'm going to look at the supply chest, loot it, and then move on out.
I must be going, so if you could make it quick.
Hello there. You can see how different the architecture in Aldrun is from Balmora. And that's one of the best things about Morrowind, is just the difference in all its different regions, architecture and culture. It's a relatively small map, well not if you count the Tamriel Rebuilt content, but relatively small map here, but it makes up for it in just the sheer scale of content and the diversity of the world. Everything here is made out of crab shell, basically large bones of emperor crabs, which is really interesting, and we will be coming back to Aldrun in our Mages Guild questline, but first I need to go to Margan, which is here.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Thank you, Darius. Silt Strider. We have a guard here. Hello. Coming to greet us. What can you tell me about Tashvi? She lives in the last house on the right before the shrine. Thank you very much. I'm here to talk to her. We'll see. Rannis has told us to kill this necromancer. Mages Guild hate necromancy. It's actually why conjuration is not one of the major skills that you'll see practiced by them. Favourite skills, these are the skills that we need to rank up in the Mages Guild. And our attributes, intelligence and willpower, we need them to be at a certain level before we can rank up. So see there it says need 1 skill at 40 and 2 skills at 10. So our destruction is already past 40, it's actually almost 50. So we're fine in terms of getting to the next rank. We just need to complete more of Rannis' quests. But we should probably speak to the locals about Tashvi, just to see if they've heard anything. I'm not even going to try. Shilapurin Zamarasur. Love it. Tashvi. She lives in the last house on the right before the shrine. What can you tell me about necromancy? Tashvi is not a necromancer. Who have you been talking to? Two different stories. Well, Tashvi, tell us.
What is this about?
Are you a necromancer? Welcome to Margan. Necromancy. I am not a necromancer. Who said I was a necromancer? I can be cold-blooded assassin, or I can tell her the truth. Rannis Afris. I see. I refuse to join the Mages Guild. I chose to practice healing among my people, away from the politics of the guild. Since I was a Velothi and not well born like Rannis, well, it's not important now. Maybe I know a way out of this situation. So Rannis is a kind of noble Velothi. Basically, she's a commoner, and Rannis did not like the fact, it seems, that she couldn't get Tashvi to join the guild, so essentially, it looks like she's made up a rumour to just get us to kill her. I can say, die, necromancer! Not believing her at all, or I can tell me more. If Rannis has held a grudge this long, it would be best for me to leave for the mainland. There are plenty of towns that could use a healer. Tell Rannis Afris that I am dead. I will leave Vardenfell, and Rannis need never know. You cannot escape justice, Paladin. I agree, I'll let you go. Again, I am starting to fall out of favour with Rannis a little bit here. I don't think she's a necromancer. She seems way too common. Even the villagers don't think she is one. So do you know what? I'm going to let her go. I'll leave for the mainland as soon as I get a few things together. There are many other towns in need of a healer. Tell Rannis Afris that I am dead. And she even says I'm a healer. Alright, Tashvi. Maybe I'll see you on the mainland. All the best.
You may speak.
Now, those of you who have done that quest the other way will know that if you attack Tashvi, she defends herself by summoning a ghost. Now, that is not proof she's a necromancer, but some people have wondered about that. Because you've got to remember that the Dunmers summon ghosts in order to defend their ancestral tombs. So it's not necromancy, technically, to do that. Oh, and of course, we don't even need to do this. We can just recall right back to Rannis. Hey, Rannis.
Flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
Yes, I killed the necromancer. She's truly dead. You have done me, the guild, that is, a great service. Very telling. You've done me a great... It's clearly personal. These scrolls should help you deal with any other necromancers you find. 2 scroll of elemental burst fire has been added to your inventory. 2 scroll of the 4th barrier has been added. Right, now to be fair, those are pretty strong scrolls. Shield 20 points. Give me 20 more points of armor. I've not even got 20 points of armor right now with my actual physical gear. Elemental burst fire. Fire damage 40 to 65 points. And more as well for 5 seconds. So these are some pretty decent rewards, I gotta say. So it does pay to help out Rannis. Okay, I tell you what. What we'll do is we'll end this episode here and then see what the final
Flatter me with
job
your
is
attention, Outlander.
that Rannis would like us to do. Thank you all very much for watching this episode, folks. I hope you enjoy your day, your week, your night. Let me know in the comments if you get any suggestions for what you think that Carla should do going forward. Should she side with Rannis, or should she betray this mage with a very personal grudge?